I got this right here. It hasn't been open yet.
Oh snap!
These are my favorite albums right here. You know what I mean? These are some of the albums that actually like speak to a nigga.
I think I'm losing myself, my mind gone in the relevant song. I've been thinking about my peers, how the streets made them strong. We alone, with that corner one on, they send us home. To our father in it, make it please, Lord, don't forsake it. Cause I know we been sinning, but it's young niggas winning. And them crackers can't take it, so they continue with the hate. And we appreciate it with open arms.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Voice Visions. I am Voice of G, and I'm here with Mr. Goldmind Rex. What's up, bro? How you been, man?
Man, honestly, I've been good, man. Just really grinding, just really putting in a lot of work right now, just trying to stay focused. That's about it.
And right now you're focused on dropping a brand new project, right? I think next month, in August.
Yes, sir. The 1510 will be officially dropping August 27th.
Dope.
So I can't wait for that, man. It's going to be very exciting. Can't wait.
How many tracks, like, in total?
It's going to be 10 tracks.
Okay.
10 tracks in total. Just like my previous album, I had 10 tracks.
Cool. You were just showing me some of the music. You had a collaboration with Leonidas.
Yeah, that's the bro, man.
Yeah.
That's my guy right there, Leonidas, man. Dade County's finest. 92 Minds all the way.
And I checked out your last project, which is Greatness in the Making. Was that your first project, like all platforms? Was that like the breakthrough?
Yeah, for all platforms. Okay. Like, yeah. I did a couple mixtapes. I even did an EP. But like, for us, like being on all streaming platforms, that was my first project ever.
How did that feel, like finally dropping something like that, especially this year? Because this was what, I think January.
Yeah, I dropped it in January, beginning of this year. No. I dropped it in 2020.
Okay.
January of 2020.
Okay.
So it's been a whole year. No. I'm sorry. I dropped this shit. I'm tripping.
Okay. No,
I'm tripping.
It's been a weird year. There's a lot of artists who've been dropping a bunch of music. I think Isaiah Rashad is actually he just dropped his album. And his second album, finally, and I've been actually listening to that too, especially the song with Lil Uzi Vert from The Garden.
Oh yeah,
it's a good song.
Yeah.
And but back to your music. So yeah, I've been checking out your stuff. I saw the Big Dreams music video as well. I saw the other one. I forgot the name of the other video you have. It's with another artist. And you guys, it was funny because like you guys.
It's about the Anita Will.
Yeah.
I ain't got.
Yeah. You guys use like green screen effects and
oh, that bro.
It was
that
a whole
video,
lot of fun.
That video is so old.
Yeah.
That video is literally old as shit. Like, she was actually the first person that really introduced me into recording.
Okay.
She was the first person that introduced me into recording. Shout out to Anita Will. That's big sis right there. She really introduced me. No. I'm lying. She was the first person that really put me on game about this whole music industry shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And what it takes to be a real artist. Because my first person I ever started recording with was my boy King E. I think he changed his name now, but his rap name a long time ago was King E. And I used to work with him a lot. But when I met Anita Will when I was working for the parks and shit. And I started working in the Grove. I found out she did music and we started working together. So that song came out perfectly with her. She the one that produced it and everything. She even helped me write it. Cause I didn't know what the fuck to write about that damn song. But then she kinda helped me start that bitch off, and then I just took off from there.
You told me before even the music, before like writing raps and stuff, you kind of came into your own with poetry.
Oh yeah.
You still like write poetry now, or?
I mean, I dibble and dab.
Okay.
I dibble and dab into it. I think I have something on my phone. Probably got something on my phone. Let me see. Let me tell you call back. Yeah. I'm doing my write some poems.
You got a whole list of poems. You got a whole a vault full of
I got a poem called Alone. Got a poem called Apart. A letter to you. Like I have a lot. If you want, I can share one with you. One or two. Alright, I'll do Alone. Alright. So I haven't done this in a long time.
That's all right.
So, sitting here thinking to myself, I hear voices. Some are good, but others are bad. It drives me insane, holding the pain I can't release out into the world because I am alone. I see people every day walking, laughing, but I don't seem to exist. Their presence, I shout out, I shout, make noise, and still no one notice me. Why am I here? Why was I put here in a crowded room where I don't belong? I've prayed and asked, but still have no answer. I've cried and fell to my knees, but still no answer. I've tried and tried, but I gave up. But then I got an answer. You're alone because you lack the greatest gift you have, and that's self-love. Yeah.
That's interesting because in Greatness in the Making, you know, and you talk about it all over the project, but like, you know, the problems with, you know, the hood or the inner city where people can't seem to really love themselves, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, and I think that's a universal struggle, really, because you can't really love anybody truly until you love yourself. But that right there, you talk a lot about in Greatness in the Making. Of course, you know, you talk about, you know, you getting better with your raps, and you know, you got the skills and all that stuff. But you definitely open up, like, I guess, like a can of worms, talking about the problems that are in the hood, and it stems some of that. It stems from people just not loving themselves.
Yes.
So they, you know, or the love of money, or they rather love something else but themselves.
They use it as a, how you say,
like a coping mechanism, almost.
Or like they just try to distract themselves. Or, It's like a high, bro. It's like a high. We know that self-love means going cold turkey on everything else. It's like doing drugs. It's like when you're doing cocaine, when you're smoking weed, when you're doing crack, you want that high every day. So you do whatever you can to get that high.
Right.
But you won't do anything to make yourself better, knowing that it's killing you.
Right.
So you want to continue harming yourself because of a high, then put the shit away because you want to better yourself and heal yourself.
Right.
Same goes with self-love. Everybody puts their time into other things, as far as like, let's just say like music, for instance. Music. I put all my time into my music. Every day. I'm grinding every day, writing every day. But I'm not getting enough sleep. You know what I mean? I'm not doing enough working out like I should be doing. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not doing enough reading to, you know, keep filling my brain with knowledge. I'm not eating properly how I should because I'm too busy writing. I don't have time to cook. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not giving myself the time to heal because of a career and a dream that I'm chasing.
Right, the big dreams that you're
You know what I'm saying? The big dreams.
No.
So that's like that's where that point actually stems from. It comes to just because like I'm talking about this whole career that I'm chasing. You know what I mean? Just being a part of something where I feel like it's crowded. I'm in a crowded room because
it's saturated.
Yeah, it's so saturated that everybody wants to be a rapper now. Everybody wants to be this. Everybody wants to be that. So it's like no one notices me yet because I haven't blown up yet.
Right. This game, in some sense, is like a crowded room.
Yeah.
So how do you, I guess, approach someone without giving them too much game, or I guess revealing what you want to do? Like, how do you deal with other artists then? You know what I'm saying?
Ask questions. That's the main thing. You ask questions. You see what people's motives are when it comes to this whole thing. You know what I mean? You can tell one thing about me, but I can tell the difference between somebody that really want this shit and somebody that's just doing it because they're excited that they have something that they can do and it's just a hobby.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if a person come ask me like, what am I doing to just get where I'm going? Honestly, I just stay focused and grind.
Right.
That's just the main thing.
Yeah.
And then when they ask for like, what you think I could do? I mean, I ask questions as far as like, well, what's your purpose doing this? Why do you want to do music? You know what I mean? Like, what are your goals? Like, what is something you're trying to reach with your music? Are you trying to change lives? Are you just trying to get rich and famous?
Right.
Are you just doing this shit just because you see everybody doing it? And then you just kind of go based off that, and that's how you get people the advice that they need based off the answers that they give you from the questions you ask.
So then I'll ask you, like, what does making it mean to you? Like, what is that big dream, I guess, for you?
Making it for me, and it's gonna sound crazy, but like, you know when motherfuckers be like, oh, when I make it, like, I can't wait to make it, I can't wait to make it because people gonna be known,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna be famous. That's not the reason why I want to make it. I want to make it, what making it means to me is being able to change every supporter, not a fan, every supporter life and their perspective on life and how they look at people that grow up in different communities and have different lives. You know what I mean? And that's what 151 is talking about. A lot of that is talking about what I just said. I want to change lives with my music. So if me changing a life each and every single day, that's making it to me.
Okay. Well, now I also wanted you to, I guess, give us a little story. Maybe there's a story on your name, like Goldmind Rex. Like why not Lil Rex or something? You know what I'm saying? Like what is the story behind your name? Why did you choose that?
Alright, so first off, back when I was in high school, me and my boy Montreal, well, his name is now the Overtown Kid.
Okay.
Shout out to you, big bro. Well, little bro, because I'm older than you. No, I'm just playing. But he wanted me to be a part of this group called the Goldmind Regime.
Okay.
Right? But the way it was spelled, it was Goldmine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I became a part of that, I was like, alright, cool. I'll do it. I don't mind. You know, as my boys, you feel me? I fuck with y'all niggas. The Rex part I came up with because I like dinosaurs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As you can see, I got a T-Rex right here.
Oh, dope. I gotta film that.
Yeah. So like, I have a T-Rex right here. So it's like, my best friend got this, by the way. Thank you. I love you, best friend.
Dope.
But yeah, like, I love dinosaurs, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex was one of the most feared dinosaurs in the entire world.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? And that's how I feel about myself coming in the trap game. I'm the most feared rapper in the fucking universe. Like, can't touch me. But things kind of got shaky to where, like, I wasn't being put in on the meetings that they was having. People weren't just hitting me up. So me and my boy Montreal got into it. And I told him, I'm like, bro, how the fuck I'm supposed to know anything that's going on when you niggas don't fucking call me? And then, like, we got into a whole little argument or whatever, and, like, we kind of stopped talking. But he did make, one thing he did make sense. He was like, you can't be two different people. How can you be Goldmind on Instagram, but Goldmind on SoundCloud? And the reason why I put the Goldmind with the M-I-N-D is because, one, I'm leaving the group. Two, everything that's golden comes from up here. Every good idea you have is a piece of gold. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what better way to have it, Goldmind, if it's, you know what I mean? So, like, Goldmind, like, yeah, it's mine, of course, but, like, everything comes better from here.
Okay.
So it's like, and it's not mine anymore. So it's whatever comes from here is being put out into the world. So it's not just mine, it's ours, type thing.
Okay. So it's not a mine, it's a mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope. And then also in Greatness in the Making, one of my favorite songs, and I've seen you perform it, Twisted Roots and At Roots, Miami Kava, is Red Roses. And you knew I was gonna ask about that. And obviously you talk about police brutality, just the ills, right, of the hood or like where you grew up, in the situation that you grew up. But you talk about the Red Roses. I want you to at least give your aspect. Like, what is the Red Rose? What is that symbolic? What does it mean?
Death, pain, love, all in between. It's crazy. Somebody just asked me this Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
And he was just asking me about what the Red Roses stand for. We all know that blood is like red. Blood is red, and the rose is red. What's always given at funerals? Red roses.
Right.
So, like when I say, what's the purpose of the hate? What's the purpose of the nigga taking bitches out on dates? What's the purpose of the love? When we all come together while the cracker shooting guns, and we fall to the ground while blood creating red roses. You know what I mean? So it's like whenever, not even just a police, but just anybody that would take a gun and end a life.
Right.
Whenever that person falls in that ground, and that ground is covered with blood, that red rose has already been placed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it just, like I say, it just comes from a very fucked up mentality of like death and love. So, and we all know, again, when you go to a funeral, that's what's being given.
Right.
So you're just creating death at that point. You took the love out of it, and now it's all death.
You also, like a common theme too, I noticed, is the youth and watching out, you know, for the next generation, or at least watching out for others, you know, and encouraging like a change, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where does that come from? Is that something that you just always had in your mind, or is it somebody like your parents or someone who was always instilled like the importance of family and
I mean,
breeding the next generation?
I mean, me growing up, my childhood, like, I was raised by a bunch of women. My dad wasn't in my life. My mom raised me with my sisters. So, you know what I mean? My brothers wasn't there either. So it's like, I had to learn a lot from my mom then. But learning a lot, trying to learn from my mom then, and then also trying to be a man in the streets, like, I wasn't a big street kid. But I did do a lot of things that my mom don't even know about. You know what I mean? And I love children. I've always loved kids. Even when I used to have to watch kids when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I just loved that shit. When I used to watch my little nephew all the time. I just feel like the youth is like sponges. They soak up everything that they see, everything that they hear, everything that they, like, you know, just everything that is put in place in front of them. They soak that in.
Right.
And then also too, I know kids also go through a lot of struggles. They probably went through more struggles than I ever been through. And I know what it feels to be mentally fucked. I know what it feels to be emotionally torn apart. You know, physically torn apart. I know what that feels like. And that drives kids to doing things that they don't want to do. Like going out here carrying guns, killing each other.
Right.
I want to sit there and change their perspective on that. I want them to realize that, like, it's okay to be hurt, because at the end of the day, love always oversees any and everything, especially when you love yourself. And definitely kids are our future. So what better way to shape them up to have a better future? You know what I mean? Especially in the inner city communities, bro. All we do is see killing every day.
Yeah.
That's all we hear, gunshots every night.
Right.
So that's traumatizing to a child, bro.
You almost become desensitized after a while too.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
we gotta. Like I'm always preaching about putting the guns down and just like really come together as a people. When I say as a people, of course everybody feels it because I'm, you know, black descent. People like, oh, you're talking for the black folks. Nah, not only, bro. I care about everybody. I love everybody. You know what I mean? Black, white, Puerto Rican.
Right.
Like, you feel me?
That's what I love about, like, at least being from here, from South Florida. It's like you have such a mixture of cultures, and it's really everybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, there's gonna be different people with different mentalities. No matter, you know, like I wasn't born in your hood. You know what I'm saying? I was born in a different hood. So like maybe, you know, our mentality might be different or whatever. But like in this context, context, it's important to like bring everybody together, no matter where we're from and all that.
Definitely.
So this next project, you got any videos you're gonna be dropping? You got any, you know, singles?
I'm actually about to be working on a video right now.
Okay.
I'm dropping my first single off the album called On My Block.
Awesome.
I performed that a couple times. You see me perform that a couple times. That'll be actually dropping it next week. Hopefully, if everything goes the way it's planned, it'll be dropping next week. I'm also gonna be dropping another single called Jumpman.
Jumpman.
Yeah.
Jumpman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm also gonna be dropping that as well with my boy Eric Jr.
Okay. Yeah, I know Eric.
Yeah. So those were two. That but Jumpman's not on the project, but it was something fun that we did. So I kind of want to just put it out. Just give the world something.
Get them warmed up
for what's about to come apart.
Yeah.
Come. You know what I mean? So I just can't wait.
What's before we wrap things up? What's one piece of advice? I mean, that you would give to anybody else out there that are starting a new business, or they're starting their own career, or like their own rap career or music career? Somebody who's just they're going on this journey, but they need maybe some guidance. What would you give them? What would you tell them?
One thing I always make sure I do is always put God first. That's one thing. Always put God first before anything you do, man. Secondly, come up with a plan, come up with a vision, execute that plan, and if you fall and that plan not working, it's gonna work. You just gotta keep grinding and stay with it. Cause this music shit took me 7 years, and I'm still just getting where I need to be at.
Right.
So don't give up on your dreams. Always keep grinding, and just make sure you keep a level head, and you'll be good.
Thank you. Where can people find you on social media?
Y'all can find me at Goldmind Rex, GoldMindRex. I'm on all streaming platforms, Goldmind Rex as well. Make sure y'all DM me. You know what I mean? I answer all my DMs. So even if you want to crack jokes with me, we can crack jokes in the DMs.
Send memes.
Send memes. Let's just have fun with it. Like, again, I don't like fans. I don't like calling people fans. I like calling them supporters, because that's what they are. Y'all are my supporters. So whoever watch this and y'all watch it and pay attention to it through the whole way through, don't hesitate to follow me. Don't hesitate to DM me. Let's create a bond.
All right. Well, thank you again for opening literally your doors. And come on the show and stuff. And
I appreciate you. I appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah.
For real, it's a lot. I appreciate you.
No problem. All right, guys, there you have it. See you guys. I don't know, next episode. We'll see.